everybody, and welcome to today's video. And in today's video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you guys through some of my favourite exercises for progressively building a stronger core. You know, a lot of us spend an awful lot of time sat down at our desks, at our laptops, on our mobile phones, driving cars, all these kind of things, which has probably left you with some lower back trouble in the past or in the present. And a lot of this can just be resolved by a few simple stretches and building strength in your glutes and building strength through your core. And in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you guys through exactly some of those exercises and some of my personal favourite ones, and how you can progress some of them as well to make them more challenging, depending on where you're at on your current fitness journey. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head into a voiceover and just walk you through those exercises, how to do them, why you should be doing them, how they benefit you, all that jazz. Okay, so first of all, we're going to start off with stretching and opening up your hips. One of the major things that's going to get very tight from you sitting down too much is your hips. So starting with something like a simple pigeon stretch, which is just bringing one leg forwards underneath and then leaning over, trying to get as deep into that stretch as possible. What also gets very tight when you're doing a lot of sitting is going to be your hip flexor. So coming into some kind of hip flexor stretch like this, creating a right angle with your front leg, reaching back, grabbing the rear foot if you want to, if you can, to just increase that stretch down the front. Now, you don't have to pull that rear foot up. You might be tight and feel it enough just by having the front leg at a right angle and driving that hip forward and leaning into it slightly. After that, then you want to kind of focus on strengthening your glutes. Okay, so again, doing a lot of sitting down, your glutes are going to become very weak. So something like banded glute bridges, very good, because by having the band and having it just above your knee, it's going to want to pull your knees inwards the whole time. And forcing your knees out creates that extra tension through your glutes when you're doing these glute bridges. Okay, so 15, 20 repetitions. And then clams as well, again targeting that glute again with clams, laying on one side, feet stacked on top of the other, knees bent and in front, and then just opening those knees apart against the resistance of the band, and you're really going to feel that deep inside your glutes. After that, then you want to start focusing on strengthening your core, because again, guess what, sitting down a lot, it's going to get pretty weak. So starting with something that's quite simple is dead bugs. Okay, so laying flat on your back, trying to flatten out your lower back and push your back into the floor, and then just lowering down the opposite arm and leg constantly, kind of like you're marching on your back. Now, if that's too easy, then you could do it weighted. Just grab a plate. I've got two 5 kg plates here, one in my hands, one balancing on my legs, and creating the same movement, all while trying to keep your back flat against the floor. Then we can move into something like a mountain climber. Again, a very good, low impact, easy exercise if you're having a little bit of lower back pain, or just need to strengthen your core in general. Coming into that press up position, keeping your pelvis tilted so you can engage your core. And again, if that's too easy, you might be a bit more advanced than that, then maybe throw in something which kind of creates a bit of instability. Something like using gymnastic rings here. It just means my core has to work harder to keep me nice and stable. Or you can use something like a Swiss ball, forearms on the Swiss ball or arms out straight, and repeating those mountain climbers. Then simple plank. Okay, so elbows under your shoulders, tucking your belly button towards your face. I always say that it's a great way of getting you to kind of tilt your pelvis and engage your core, and just hold it there for 30 seconds to a minute. I always say as soon as you can kind of get to a minute, then let's progress that exercise and make it a little bit harder in some way. And again, using the gymnastic rings here, my core's having to work even harder. There's that slight bit of instability from the rings, and you can even then start doing things like circles with your hands, or one arm out to the side and then the other, again to create that instability so your core has to work really. Hey guys, that's a wrap. Thank you for tuning into today's video. I hope that you have found some of that information useful and you can go away and you can implement some of those exercises into your own training and potentially just build a stronger core. Or maybe, you know, you kind of feel like you do an awful lot of sitting down and you need to do something to counteract that, to make sure your body is fit, healthy and strong. And going away and implementing some of those exercises that we've shown in this video is going to help with that. But before you leave, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. And tell your friends all about the channel. Share these videos. Get them far and wide. The more people that watch these videos, the more people we can potentially help. So really you're kind of doing your good deed for the day. You know, every day you want to do a good deed, right? So today's good deed is to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel and share this video with somebody you think could benefit from watching it. And I'll see you guys in the next one.